Hello Explorer, it's Dan here, and welcome along to another amazing Aluminium episode of Fun Kids Science Quest. Last time we found out where aluminium comes from and what raw materials are used to make this metal. Today, we're finding out a little bit more about aluminium products like cans and foil, how they're made. Also, you'll have another chance to become a recycling detective and get hands-on with this marvellous metal. First, let's meet Phil Fenton, who's one of the experts at the Aluminium Packaging Recycling Organisation, or Alupro for short.
Aluminium is a truly amazing material. Anything made of aluminium can be recycled over and over again. It's not just in packaging like the drinks can or aluminium foil trays, but your iPad or bike could be made from aluminium. All aluminium can be melted down and used to make the same or other products again and again with no loss of quality. And recycling aluminium uses 95% less energy than producing it from its raw materials.
Wow, that's an amazing saving, isn't it? Right, let's find out more, shall we? Fancy a can of drink? Welcome to the can factory. It's loud and it's fast, and it has to be, with more than 370 billion aluminium drink cans made around the world every year. And just imagine, if you line them all up end to end, they would go around the Earth a whopping 1,126 times. And that'd be a lot of rubbish if you just threw them into the bin once used. But here's the brilliant bit. As Phil mentioned, aluminium can be recycled and reused over and over again. It saves waste and energy. And cans are recycling superstars. Can production all starts with giant coils of aluminium sheets. Imagine a silver carpet the size of a monster truck tyre. Ready for stage one? It's time to punch. Huge presses are stamping perfect little discs out of the aluminium sheets, and every disc looks like a shiny biscuit. Then it's on to stage two, where it's time to stretch. The flat discs are pushed into cup shapes before they're drawn and ironed. There's no actual ironing involved. The metal cups are just pulled and squeezed through special rings which stretch them into tall, thin can shapes. And then at the same time, the bottom is pushed into a dome shape so the can is able to handle all that fizzy pressure without popping. It's clever engineering, isn't it? Stage 3. The tops are trimmed so every can is exactly the same height. Precision matters when you're making more than 2,000 cans every minute. Stage 4, and it's time for a bath. The cans go through a powerful wash and are scrubbed to remove oils and tiny metal bits. The cans are now ready to have bright designs printed on the outside, so logos, colours, lightning bolts, tropical fruits, splashes, you name it, whatever the design team has come up with can go on. Inside, a super thin protective coating is sprayed on. This stops the drink from reacting with the metal, and it keeps everything tasting just right. And finally, the top of the can is gently squeezed smaller, and the edge is curled slightly to get ready for its lid. A different set of machines makes the lid. Each one has a ring pull attached. When the drink is poured in, the lid is sealed with something called a double seam. It's rolled tight to make the can completely airtight. That's why your fizzy drink stays fizzy. To check every can is perfect, high-speed cameras scan every single one. If they find one dented or imperfect, it's whisked away in a blink. Quality control is serious business when you're working this fast. And here's something amazing. Aluminium cans are 100% recyclable, and a recycled can could be back on shop shelves as a brand new one in around 60 days. Same metal, new drink. Round and round and round it goes. That's amazing aluminium for you.
Hey Dan, did you know 75% of all aluminium cans are currently recycled globally? This makes the aluminium beverage can the most recycled drinks container in the world. In fact, around 113,200 aluminium cans are recycled every minute, and recycling just one aluminium can saves enough energy to power a TV for 4 hours.
Well, that's just amazing, isn't it? Just think, a 6-pack of cans is like a whole weekend of TV. Another aluminium product that you might regularly use at home is that shiny superstar aluminium foil. Well, things have really heated up in here. Solid blocks of aluminium called ingots are being melted in these furnaces into glowing silvery liquid, which is then poured into huge rectangular slabs ready for rolling. At the start of the rolling process, the slabs are around 45 centimetres thick. They're heated and squeezed over and over again through enormous rollers. Each pass makes the slab thinner and longer, and by the end of rolling it's been flattened to just 2 millimetres thick, from chunky block to metal ribbon, but it's nowhere near thin enough yet. We've moved from hot rollers to cold rolling. As the aluminium cools, it passes through another set of rollers, over and over, getting thinner each time until it reaches its final thickness. Now, how thick do you think aluminium foil is? Well, the standard household foil that you might use is typically 0.0015 centimetres thick, whereas the heavy-duty foil, well, that might be 0.0024 centimetres thick, so that's thinner than human hair. After all that squeezing, the foil needs to relax. It goes through a process called annealing, which is a controlled heat treatment which burns off any leftover rolling oils. It strengthens the metal too and makes it flexible and easy to fold without snapping. After all that, it's cut into the right sizes and packaged up. Some goes off to become foil in your kitchen drawer. Others use food trays and chocolate wrappers and medicine packaging and insulation and even inside cables. From a 45 centimetre thick slab to a whisper thin sheet that you can tear with your fingers, foil is another example of how amazing aluminium is. It can be rolled and stretched and transformed into something brilliant, practical and surprisingly powerful. Right, let's head outside. That's much quieter. Outside and away from those furnaces and presses. And maybe time for my lunch, which I've wrapped in foil to keep fresh. I wonder why the foil has a shiny side and a dull side. Phil, can you explain?
That's easy, Dan. Aluminium foil has a shiny side and a dull side because of how it's made. To keep the wafer-thin metal from tearing, machines roll 2 layers at the same time. The side touching the shiny steel rollers become polished, so shiny, while the side touching each other stay dull. Shiny or dull, it doesn't matter. Both sides work exactly the same for cooking and wrapping and even making crafts.
And I've got some fun foil facts for you. Did you know 75% of aluminium foil is used for food and cosmetic packaging, whilst the other 25% is used for industrial jobs like thermal insulation and electrical systems. And if you're building a solar oven, the shiny side reflects more sunlight. As we've discovered, aluminium is very popular, so let's explore some more of the science why. Some of the superpowers that aluminium has. It's a total barrier. Light can't pass through it, oxygen can't sneak in, which means it doesn't rust and moisture is kept out. It's lightweight, strong, and as we've already seen, is highly recyclable. Another superpower is that it's brilliant at moving heat away. Electronics get hot when they're working hard. Aluminium helps spread that heat quickly, so your device doesn't overheat. That's why it's often used in casings and internal parts. It's basically the quiet hero holding your tech together. Designers love it too. It's easy to shape, bend, and finish in different ways. That's why you'll find it in stylish tables, modern chairs, lamps, picture frames, and shiny decorative panels. It can look industrial, futuristic, or super elegant depending on how it's treated. It can basically do anything. And if you take a look around you, chances are you'll be surrounded by aluminium right now. Your smartphone, tablet, laptop, flat screen TV, more and more modern tech is wrapped up in aluminium. Why? Well, because it looks cool and it feels cool. It gives gadgets a smooth, sleek, futuristic finish. But it's not just about how it looks. Aluminium is light, so your laptop doesn't feel like a brick in your backpack. It's strong and it's tougher than plastic. This means devices can be slim and sturdy at the same time, a combination that people love. Okay, now it's time for you to be a recycling expert. It's time for...
Recycling Detectives!
I want to test your super sleuth skills. Select one room in your home and see how many things in it are made with aluminium or have aluminium inside them. I've given you a few clues already, alright? So, ready, set, go! How did you get on? What room did you choose? To give you an idea of the things that you may have found, have a look online where I've listed all of the things that you might have spotted, room by room. Okay, let's go for an illuminating time-travelling story. Imagine you are standing in a glittering royal banquet hall in the 1800s. The chandeliers sparkle. Candles flicker, guests whisper behind silk fans. On the top table, laid out among gold plates and silver goblets, is something even more precious. It's not gold, it's not diamonds, it's aluminium. In those days, aluminium was rarer than treasure, as it was so difficult to extract from its ore. Tiny pieces were displayed like jewels. Royalty showed it off to impress their guests. It was light, bright, and mysterious, almost magical. For a while, it was more valuable than gold, but this story does not end in the palace. Fast forward to the 1880s. In noisy workshops and smoky laboratories, inventors were racing to solve a problem. How do you free aluminium from the rock it hides inside? Then came a breakthrough. A new process was developed that could produce aluminium in large amounts. Suddenly, this rare royal metal began to pour out of factories, and once aluminium became widely available, the world began to change. It's 1903. Picture two brothers on a windy beach in North Carolina, USA. Meet the Wright brothers, who are preparing their flying machine. It needs to be light enough to lift off the ground, but strong enough to not fall apart. Aluminium helped make that possible. The plane rattles forward, it lifts, and for the first time in history, humans fly. Decades pass, cities rise higher, architects dream bigger. Look up at a modern skyscraper glittering in the sunlight. Aluminium frames its windows, strengthens its structure, and reflects light from its surface. It helps buildings stretch into the sky without becoming impossibly heavy. From royal banquets to soaring skyscrapers, aluminium began as a metal fit for kings and became a metal for everyone. So we've seen how useful this amazing metal can be. Now imagine how amazing it would be if every single aluminium can, foil tray and bottle top you ever used didn't get thrown away, but jumped straight back into action.
The power of recycling!
You don't have to imagine. Aluminium is 100% recyclable. Not most of it, all of it. And here's the mind-blowing bit, it can be recycled again and again and again without losing any quality. It doesn't get weaker, it doesn't get worse, it just keeps coming back. Think about your fizzy drinks can. You pop it in the recycling bin, off it goes, it gets melted down and turned into a brand new can. The whole loop can take as little as 2 months, from bin to shop shelf. That's faster than a term at school. And think of the energy saved. Recycling uses 95% less energy than making it from new. And with technology getting smarter, aluminium products can be produced even more cheaply and efficiently.
And don't forget, it's not just cans. All aluminium packaging can be recycled. Empty aerosols, tubes like tomato puree, bottle tops on jars, or your mum and dad's wine bottles. Just put the top back on the jar or bottle before recycling. Have a look online at recyclealuminium.org.uk where you can find all the different types of aluminium packaging around your home.
So, every time you recycle aluminium, you're not just tidying up, you're topping up a giant invisible aluminium pool that the world can dip into again and again. And that's all we've got time for in this Fun Kids Science Quest. You can find out more about aluminium on the Fun Kids website. Get to funkidslive.com/amazing, and I'll see you again soon.
Fun Kids Science Quest Amazing Aluminium, created with support from Alupro.